Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing mini chess, where the board is only 6x6, and players can place captured pieces back onto the board. I will only play against higher rated opponents, and my goal is to win 3 games. Let's get started with game number 1. Alright, game number 1, wow, 2200, we get the black pieces. We're immediately met with the development of the bishop. I guess we should try to counterattack that idea. There's only a minute on the clock for each of us, so I'm going to try to explain my thought process, but also not run down the clock too much. Take with check, the opponent takes back. We both have rooks to play with now. Let's pin. Oh no, if we pin the knight, rook drops in with mate. Wow, that's a pretty good idea. Is that even defendable? Let's drop the rook and defend the mate at the same time. The king comes up. We are already in a pretty tough spot here. Let's target the knight. Rook drops. We'll go ahead and trade that off. And there's just, oh, there's check here and I win the rook. That's pretty good. Oh wait, I dropped this. Can I just take? If I take, the bishop drops with check. I move back with discovered check, but then I lose the rook. No, this position is disgusting. Okay, we'll just take here straight away and allow them to take back. Okay, what's the actual plan here? I don't like that the opponent has 2 bishops. I don't want to seem desperate, but I'm going to sacrifice my rook for a bishop as well. And I'm going to try to play with these pieces that I have sort of free floating as a threat. Let's play. I think we should probably get the king. Well, yeah, let's get him out of the corner. I can't imagine he's doing anything but being a weakness if he's just standing there. Okay, we are placed in check. We'll move up. Rook check will move up again. Oh, and there's check here, loses the knight. Okay, check again. We'll just walk further into the position. Check again. I mean, I'll go all the way down. I don't think there's mate here. It's interesting because I think all of these pieces are worth about the same in this variant. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments, but because the board is smaller, I feel like rooks and bishops, their long range abilities aren't as highlighted, and the knight isn't as stunted because the board is smaller, so it can actually get to the other side pretty quickly. Okay, knight comes down. Let's drop the bishop. Honestly, just with the idea of destabilizing the rook and maybe getting a bishop trade. We are down to 40 seconds, which is obviously not ideal. Bishop comes in. Oh, destabilize the bishop. Bishop swoops right back in. Okay. Let's shuffle out of the way. It's interesting how the opponent is very comfortable just committing pieces. This should be fine. If check, I move over. If check down, I move up again. Okay, rook shuffles over, threatens the knight. I guess we'll develop the knight. If we can get this trade, I feel like that's, well, is that better for me? Probably not. I'd probably be happier with knights that can drop forks, because there's just less potential for skewers and pins and tactics like that when the board is smaller. Okay, the bishop moves out of the way. Let's give a check. Down to 37 seconds. King moves out of the way. Is it silly to push the pawn? I have no idea, but it's what I'm going to play. I feel like I need some sort of ulterior threat on the board. Rook shuffles over. Check here's fine. So what's the idea? King here and then mate? Yeah, seems like it. So we'll drop this check and force a trade. Gets us to centralize our king just a little bit more. Oh, that's funny. Check. I have to move out of the way anyways. Fair enough. King moves up, threatens the knight. Wow, and I really don't think I have a choice but to defend. I'm down to 15 seconds as well. Yeah, rook goes back. I have to block with the bishop. And what? Just like, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, his pawn moves this way. I mean, I'm just, I'm totally out of it with this game. We'll see. We'll see what threat the opponent can come up with. Okay, we'll trade. That's fine, I think. Check. Get this king out of my hair. Sure. Check with the knight, wins the rook. There's no real threats for the opponent to drop a check. I can just kind of move out of the way. We're threatening the bishop. Right, bishop moves out of the way. Let's do check, and then we're force winning the bishop by skewer. Oh wait, the king can just come closer and defend. I guess we can still give check and then displace the king. Okay, the knight defends. There are no more pieces for the opponent to drop, so this is just a free knight. We are down to 26 seconds, but this should be more than enough time to win this game. We'll go ahead and take. As long as we don't stalemate by accident, this is, oh, a beautiful little checkmate. Nice. Okay, with that, we win game number 1. Everybody that wanted to see me suffer playing these variants, congratulations, you got your wish. Oh, opponent says GG. We have 1 victory under our belt. Let's go to move on to game number 2. All right, game number 2, we get the black pieces again, another 2000 plus rated player, because why not? Let's move the rook down. We can probably just play the exact same opening. We'll go ahead and trade off, and then the threat is mate. So what did we do last time? We played the rook here, we threatened the knight, we defended the mate. And I think here the other opponent played this, we played the bishop here, and then we survived for minutes on end until eventually the opponent messed up. I don't actually think this is better for us. I still think this is objectively a worse position, but at least we can play it with a little bit of confidence knowing that we've tinkered around in this position before. Okay, this is a new move, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm fine with trading everything off because there's just this little check and then I pick up the rook. And actually I can recapture with check, so the bishop mating me isn't a threat. I can just move the pawn up, and while I do lose the rook to the pin, it's not the end of the world. If the pawn comes and tries to displace my knight, there's check. That I did not think of. Okay. Oh wait, I have check, and then I just win the bishop. Okay, I take. I don't know why I felt I had to think whether or not that would be stalemate. There's still plenty of pieces on the board. Oh, and it seems the opponent has disconnected. That was a quick rage quit. Fair enough. They are a 2000 rated player. They probably didn't expect me to put up much of a fight. All right, cool. Technically, we won on time, although to be honest, we were completely winning that game too, so I will count that as victory number 2. With that, we have 2 wins under our belt. Let's go to move on to game number 3. All right, game number 3. This opponent is almost rated exactly the same as us. They have 10 more points than we do. We get the white pieces, and immediately I put myself in a funky position here. Does this work? No, I just lose material. I don't know why I thought this was super threatening. Let's move the rook back, I guess, threaten the knight. I mean, we still have this idea of moving the bishop and then displacing the rook. If the knight moves, we can still go for the back rank, but instead we get this defensive maneuver. Let's play here. I'm just trying to restrict my opponent's pieces because we literally each have 5 pieces on the board. If you can restrict 3 of them, you have a large majority of your opponent's army basically playing defense. Okay, this should just be an easy bishop drop. Is this the best way to do it? It's probably fine. We play check. The rook has to defend. It'd be great if we had that. Oh, the bishop can just drop in and defend. I didn't even think of that. Okay, we'll trade again, and then we can pin. Oh, the king takes instead. Okay, fair enough. If we play here, they can drop a bishop with check. We kind of just move out of the way. You can draw arrows out of the board. Oh, you can. That's kind of funny. Okay, not relevant to our situation, though. Let's play check with the knight, bring another piece into the game. We're already half on time compared to the opponent, but I do think we have a better position. Oh, wait, we can drop... If the king moves back, we drop bishop. King moves out of the way. Oh, there's no mate. The knight defends. Wow, it feels like we are so close, but at the same time, I don't see how we actually win this. Okay, fair play. We'll just... Oh, wait. The rook is dropping. Wow. Why am I not seeing anything this game? Okay, we'll move the rook out of the way with the idea of restricting the king's movement. So we can really drop bishop here on the next turn. We're defending both of these squares, so we can just kind of take and grab free material. We are down to 15 seconds. I don't have to explain that that's not ideal. Knight moves out of the way. Check. We have to be sort of aware of this bishop check idea. Oh, and there's a fork with the knight as well, so we have to kind of move the king out of the way guaranteed. Okay, yeah, we'll move the king out of the way. Neither of those threats are available anymore. The problem is I don't know what threats I have available anymore either. Okay, we just kind of move the king up. We've now committed this bishop to being a light squared bishop. I guess we could have this trade. Sure, there's no forks that I see on the board right now. You can drop a knight with check though. We'll move up. As long as the pieces are side by side, they can never get forked by a knight. We're also targeting the knight itself that put us in check in the first place. We've built our time up to 26 seconds. The opponent is pretty much right there with us now. And we have 2 bishops, which will almost guarantee to land on opposite colors rather. So we're in a pretty good spot here. Okay, the knight moves back, covers this square. How do we most effectively restrict the king's position? I mean, I can't imagine this is a bad check. So we'll start with this. Right, the king moves out of the way. Let's move the king back. I kind of like the idea that only these 2 checks are available, and I'd kind of like for the opponent to commit one of the knights for it. Okay, but they don't. We'll move the king back up. The rook doesn't really have a way to get at our king, so we're doing pretty well. I'm going to take just on the principle that I want the tempo over my opponent. We'll play check. Should be... Oh, wait. Actually, it wasn't really winning the knight. They could have dropped the bishop. We'll take. And luckily, there's no skewer here because we have this pawn. So we should... There should be a forced mate here somewhere. I'm not even going to bother calculating it. I'm just going to wait for it to see what the opponent plays. I mean, even rook here check is probably winning. Okay. Bishop drops in. Again, just on principle, I'm going to sack the rook. There has to be a mate here. There's just no way. Check. Worst case scenario, we take a free rook. Right? And, oh wait, that's not mate. Hold on a second. Let's make sure we're actually delivering mate. Check. Has to drop to defend. Either drop the rook or move the rook out of the way. And the knight delivers mate. Nice. Okay, with that, we win game number 3. And to be honest, I'm having a little bit too much fun playing this variant, and the opponent wants a rematch, so let's do it. We'll say that this is compensating for game number 2, which ended very quickly. Not to mention, I don't think I've played with the black pieces for a single match. Okay, the knight develops right away. Can we just play the same thing? I think this is the opening we played last time. Actually, no, now I'm confusing positions. They all feel very similar. The knight moves out of the way. Let's target the rook, which now can't come into play because of its own knight. Bishop defends. I'll trade, again, just on principle that it will be my turn. Did they fall for the same thing again? Check. Ah, no, the bishop can block. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I need to, like, ingrain it in my head that pieces can drop back in and block. Okay, again, just on principle, I'm going to take, because then it will be my turn. Oh, wait, then I can... Did we just not do this exact thing? I swear we just did this exact thing. Okay, but now we're in a different position, because last time they took with the king, but now they can drop the bishop and just trade everything off. Okay, but who's stopping me from just dropping the bishop again? Absolutely nobody. I'm dropping my bishop right back down. This will be the game of bishop to c3. Actually, wait, no, that's not. To me, that feels like c3 because I'm imagining like this is a1 and it's the back corner of the board. But okay, doing much better on time, doing much better on material. Well, much better is maybe a little presumptuous, but we'll take. Opponent takes back, and they actually have both bishops. So I don't know if this is an advantage for us. The rook is targeted as well. I'm gonna play check. And now instead of having a bishop that we can drop, we have a rook instead. This is very deja vu, but not exactly the same position. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I said in the last game that we can draw arrows off the board as well. Feels like a repeat. King to b1, check, bishop drops. Yeah, and I don't see what we get out of that, to be honest. Okay, we'll do this. We'll just move the rook out of the way. Let's move it this way. Just like last game, we'll move the rook out of the way this way. Even the time is similar. I'm down to 30 seconds again, although that's not really news for me. The opponent has two bishops to drop. Almost certainly one will drop with check. I'll move out of the way. The other will drop and pin the knight. But if I can at least get my opponent to sort of commit the bishops onto the board, then I don't have to be afraid of like random skewers appearing. Okay, they drop check. It's very tempting here to sacrifice. Let me rephrase. It's too tempting not to sacrifice. We're going to take, drop the check, win this piece. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are up material, but we have more pieces committed than the opponent. Oh, but we have equal number of pieces to magically drop as well. Okay, bishop comes down. Yeah, I probably should have thought of that. Let's play check. Wherever the king moves, I'm pretty sure I can get rid of this bishop. So if the king moves this way, I drop a knight. And if the king moves back, I also drop a knight. Oh, if the king moves this way with my knight looking right at that square. Nice. Yeah, I need to do tactics like desperately. Like yesterday, I need to be doing tactics. Okay, king moves out of the way. We take with, is there no mate here? No, there's not. Okay, let's just take. Before I convince myself that I'm seeing grandmaster moves that I'm not capable of seeing, let's just get rid of the bishop. Okay, wherever the king moves, bishop b2 surely is mate. Can I pre-move it? That's pretty gangster. Pre-moving a drop is pretty gangster. Wait, why did all the squares... Oh, white resigned, and with that, we win our bonus game, game number 4. Okay, nice. We are now rated 1800. Oh, do I accept another rematch? Of course. Please, don't tell me you left. Oh, did I just miss it? Oh, I just missed it. That's all right. All right, with that, we win all 3 games, all 4 games, really. If you guys did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Let me know down below what you guys think. Do you guys think these are all worth kind of the same in this variant? I would argue maybe not exactly the same, but definitely much closer than they are in regular chess. And I will see you guys in the next one.